Hello, my Dorian fans. You once again join me on my knees in a car. This will be a theme for the next few days, so you may or may not see it every time. But anyway, today we went to Bluff briefly before we got on the Stewart Island ferry. Here I am on the ferry, as always. Knee shot for the fans. So Bluff was pretty blah, but we did come back to it a bit later on, so look after that. But Stewart Island was pretty fun. So there was one point where we did get caught in a bit of a rainstorm, which made us a bit wet, cold. But before all that happened, we managed to have a nice little walk around. We saw this tractor. We went on, I'd say, a couple of walks. We were there about 5 hours, maybe, Mads?
Yeah.
About 5 hours, something like that, maybe a bit less. But first off, we were looking for some kiwis. Didn't find any kiwis, which I have to say I was not surprised by. But Maddie was adamant that we try. Because they're nocturnal. That's basically why. But then we went on this little waddle to Half Moon Bay and beyond. And it was cool. It kind of reminded me of like Cambodia and stuff a bit, which is weird. The whole trees in New Zealand, man, they mess with my head. But anyway, we saw a bunch of birds. Some little parrot bros who I think the parrots might be either dating or best friends. One of the two. And then some other little creatures. Some deer. We saw loads of birds. I've kind of forgotten the names of the birds. So if you see a bird, just assume it's a New Zealand bird that I know the name of. If only you'd asked me when I was in Zealandia. I think this is called a fantail though. But yeah, those deer were quite cool. The little does. They're small birds. But yeah, because they were like right up on the path. I don't think I've ever seen a deer that close before. Richmond Park maybe, but not in a long while at least. So yeah, then after it started raining, we got some fish and chips, which was glorious. And then we went to go sit at the pub, and in the pub I saw this condom vending machine. It had some mildly entertaining stuff on it. If you can't read it, ask me to explain it in the comments. I'll be happy to do that. Then we had some tequila. So Matt, as in Matt and Pash, said that when he was in Stewart Island, he'd had 37 tequilas in one night. Pretty sure I could top that. This was light work for me. But Maddie and I have finally, after promising to do our tequila, we've done our tequila. So then on the way back from the ferry terminal, there was some more info. Read this at your own leisure, if you so desire. Back on the ferry. Then we went back to Bluff and we went to a little signpost, which had a lot of cute directions. I think Maddie has a picture of me on her shoulders. No, what? The other way around. Her on my shoulders, which would be very impressive. But this exists because this is the end of the number one motorway. We've seen this motorway all the way from Cape Reinga, so that was exciting. Anyway, now Maddie and I are chilling out in the evening. Hope everyone has a good day, and adios!